All right, so I'm back here, and now, I've looked at the volumes, I've looked at the margins, I kind of understand what's going on there, but I need to understand why. I need to understand who. I need the who's who in the market, right? I want to know who the players are, who's the big kid on the block, who wants to be the big kid on the block, who's the newcomer, who's the garage band, right? Who's the up-and-comers. So I can do that right here. I'd come down, I look at my market, and just like before, I put my filters on. Now, again, I threw a filter on here for year built just because I'm the kind of guy that likes surprises. I want to find a bag of gold hidden in the wall. I want to find, something that I didn't know about. Maybe a surprise in the foundation, a big crack or something like that that runs horizontal and not vertical. So I want to see that kind of stuff. I'm that guy. So I come down here and I say, okay, who's doing what? I can see that, up here, we can see the investor's name, we see their mailing address, and we see their counts, right? With this name and this mailing address, we can see how many transactions they've done. We can come over here and say, okay, well, they don't always use the same name, right? So let's look at their mailing addresses. And, if I just look at their mailing addresses, here's how many transactions I've seen there. Now, if I come over here and say, okay, let's look at the just name, I can see, in each market, who are the top players in that market, and how many deals are they actually doing. Now, when I'm thinking about something competitively, and we're not going to go into any kind of graduate level course on competitive strategy, because I'm not qualified to give it. I'm just a reporter here. But if I were doing it, I would come in and say, where is it going to be easiest to take a little bit of market share? Where can I grow a few deals a week, a few deals a month, whatever? And it's probably going to be from some of the lower hanging fruit, but I need to understand what this volume is. So I can say, okay, well, there's 250 that got flipped and turned out in that period, right? Right. Now, I might want to look at some of these. I might want to say, what's Joey doing here? What's he up to? So just like before, I can click on this. I can come in and I can see these two particular deals, right? I can see those deals. So that's nice. Now, if I wanted to look for a particular deal, I could go up top and do that. And we've already talked about that, but I can come in here and I can see that. So now this is broken out, you'll see, into 3 different little spots, and we talked about that, but it's really pretty nice because when we look at a name, we know that people use a lot of different LLCs or trusts or mailing addresses, or sometimes the hard money guys go on title and then they'll quit claim off. All kinds of stuff goes on. So this gives us a real view that it's hard to find without doing it using this method. This gives us a real insight that really doesn't leave any stone unturned, I suppose. So, well, we might come down and say, just show me the summary, man. I'm an impatient cat and I'm busy. Just show me what's up with these folks, and just give me a heads up on who's doing volume. Well, there you go. That's that. You can come down here and you can say, okay, we can see who's doing the volume. Kind of walk through, see all these guys' volumes. And if I wanted to know not just their volume, I say, okay, what's their length of ownership, Well, some of these guys are turning stuff pretty fast, right? It's pretty fast moving, good job. If I want to see their profit margins, I can simply just click on it like that, and I can see everybody's margins, and I can see average sales price, so I can see who's operating in what price range. Good job for these guys, moving way up there. I can say, I want to see the average profit. Now, again, with sales price, I want to show you something. What's really nice is to be able to take a look at some of the margins, right? And then take a look at some of the sales price and kind of see what's going on with those. So that's pretty useful for evaluating opportunity, but really overall, it's really just important, on top of, we already looked at the volumes, we looked at the margins. This is useful for understanding who the players are and where the opportunity actually lies. So that, I hope, was helpful. Really a terrific way to understand where the opportunity is. If you have questions, please write us. I love talking about this stuff. So